While having a social life isn't everything, there's no denying that having meaningful relationships and having people you can count on is one of the best feelings you can experience, just below smelling your own stink. The problem is, as we get older, we seem to encounter this belonging feeling less and less frequently. We're by ourselves more than ever before and without any desire to go out and to make these meaningful connections. Today, I want to dig into why despite constantly being by ourselves, regardless of whether you're an introvert or extrovert, we're slowly losing all desire to be with other people. And the reason might not be what you expect.
All through high school and college, I was the most introverted person. And well, I never really had a problem with it. Going to school while being an introvert works well because you'll just see and meet people and interact with them every single day. Now that I've transitioned into the adult world and I actually work from home, I barely see anybody. So you think that my social battery would be filled to the brim, ready to explode onto some poor stranger. But I found that wasn't the case. So what's going on? What's gives? I was curious and I was confused, so after a lot of experimentation and a lot of research, I found that the answer actually lied on my phone this whole time. Oh, like literally the answer is on my phone, it's social media.
We've all heard the negative effects of social media a million times, but I want to bring up a point that I don't see being discussed more often. It's one extremely powerful effect, something way simpler than dopamine or instant gratification or simply wasting time. And it has everything to do with the very thing in its name. It makes you be social. Research from Cambridge University states that social media simultaneously creates social comfort by taking part of online groups and communities, but on the other hand, increases feelings of alienation and ostracism. It's somewhat paradoxical.
The fact is, social media does too good of a job. It really does make us feel like we're being social. As a result, we're just being social all the time, even when we're alone. Our brain is constantly investing into other people's lives, including those who we'll just probably never see again. This has led to a massive group of people who just don't want to be social anymore, and have tricked themselves into being introverted or even antisocial. It's way easier to stay at home and to scroll on your phone since that's satisfying our social activity, and I was a part of that. While social media is really good for keeping your close connections that you already have, it is no replacement for making new and meaningful connections outright.
So I quit social media. I have not used social media for a majority of 2022. I deleted the apps from my phone, and the only way I can check is through my browser on my phone a couple times a week. I'll still check messages from my friends since I want to stay connected to them, and I'll occasionally check my close friends' stories. With this, I found 3 major benefits. Of course, the first one, and most notably, being that I actually want to be social. Don't get me wrong, I'm still introverted at my core. I thrive off of being alone, but when I'm outside, I have a stronger desire than ever to talk to people. Like my social battery's been supercharged. Never in my life have I wanted to just talk to someone on the subway next to me. That's like the greatest sin of all time, but I really do want to. I'm quick to respond to people who want to hang out. I'm even initiating meetups, which I've rarely done, but now I have a newfound appreciation for. The second benefit I found is I've gotten a lot of time back. I've never read a single book on my own my entire life, until this year where I've read over 30 books in the last 6 months, just because now in my free time, I just read. I read books off my Kindle, listen to audiobooks, or I'll bring a hard copy of a book around. There's a lot of value in these well-written, highly concentrated pieces of text that I've personally gained a lot from. I'm sorry to anyone who I used to ridicule for reading. It really is that great. The last benefit I found is that I've turned my phone into a much more productive tool in my life. Without the pleasure of going on social media, it felt pretty wasteful to have a $1,000 device in my pocket at all times. I actually started to use my calendar and create productivity systems, things I can look at and work on in my life that isn't just mindless consumption. I was able to turn one of my greatest enemies into my greatest asset.
Social media really is a great product. It is just too good at its job. I'm going to continue to stop using it just because it's improved my life so much. And even things like small talk and banter used to scare me so much, but now when I go, it actually kind of excite me. I think if everybody stopped using social media, or even just reduce the amount that they use a little bit, we'll become a more unified community overall. And that's just my opinion. Hi, my name is Seon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, and leave a comment about how you think social media has affected your life, and if this change might be the right one for you. Thanks for watching. Peace.